The Dare's on right now.
This is John Amos. You're watching Dare to Dream with my man, Coach Lynn.
Dad's home!
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
Welcome, my friends, to another exciting episode of Dare to Dream, a father's guide to success. I'm your host, Coach Lynn. Oh, we got a great show for you today as we head out to Danbury, Connecticut to meet the Olde Crab Hockey Club and their annual charity tournament. We also have the UIH Fatherhood program out of Trenton with their men's clothing initiative and more, much more. So sit back, get your pads and pencils ready, and let's begin this journey. The Dare is on right now.
Being a dad can be tough.
No. What do you mean she's not coming?
When's the fairy princess coming?
Any minute now.
But when you're willing to do anything,
It is I, Cruz Zinkerbell. Okay, time for cake.
it's always worth it.
I know it's really you, Drew. I'm just pretending for the other kids.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today. Call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov.
We started this tournament in 2003. One of our players died in an auto accident, and the parents asked that all donations be made to the American Diabetes Association. So for 3 years we hosted this tournament. We had 12 teams, and we raised about $8,000 per year.
Get the charities and we play hockey and have fun.
Well, we had a group of guys, and we just wanted to organize a team and play other organizations in the metropolitan area. So a lot of us have played in the Snoopy tournament, and we wanted to go out as a team.
Chief defense support. What's your first name already?
But there's some dedicated folks, and we do get the job done. It takes 9 months to put this all together. So we get a brief respite before we start it up again. But it's been going on, I think this is the 11th year, and it's grown dramatically. And we're maxing out the rink at the moment. We got 2 ice surfaces. We take them over for essentially 2.5 days. And people are playing every hour from 7:30 a.m. to 10 p.m.
I won it 1 year. It was our second year, and we won it. We teamed up with 8 guys from our group because we didn't have enough over 50s, with 8 guys from Minnesota, shook hands on the bench, and went out and won the tournament. It was great. Not to mention we now have 8 friends out in Minnesota.
And we now have 30 teams, and in age categories 50 plus, 60 plus, and 70 plus. And several years back we initiated a division for 40 plus ladies. So we draw to the town of Danbury, Connecticut, around 450 hockey players, and with friends and family comes to about 600.
The club was formed about 25 years ago by Ron Faunus. A bunch of local guys who used to play against each other started to travel together, different tournaments. I joined the team 20 years ago. I'll be 70 this year. To run the tournament is one thing. Playing comes natural. Been doing this since I was 6 years old. It's the most fun any guy can have with his clothes on.
Well, my mother, I was always very athletic. Played baseball, played football with my friends. At 10 years old in the winter, my mother said, you have to do something. So she made me go play hockey. Didn't want to do it. If you told me when I was 21 that the sport that I would still be playing 40 years from now was ice hockey more than any other sport, including soccer, softball, golf, badminton, whatever you want, no chance in hell was I going to be playing hockey 40 years from now. But it's now 38, and God willing, I'll make the 40.
Yeah, well, this is my first experience here with the Olde Crabs. I have two friends that are from Rhode Island, and they invited me to play in the tournament. So I never pass up an opportunity to play in this part of the world. I've played hockey my whole life since I was 4. There's pictures that my parents have with me out on the pond. But I played organized hockey and I played club hockey in college. But I'm fortunate enough to live near the Charles Schultz rink in Santa Rosa, California. And that's where they have the Snoopy World Tournament every year. And I see from this tournament there's a lot of players that play in that as well. And so I played twice a week, one in the competitive league and one in a league that I played with guys for 20 years, and we have 4 teams, and it's fun.
We're here for the over 50 for the Olde Crab tournament. Teddy bear pools. Doing all right. We tied our first game luckily, and we're ready for the next two.
I've played this sport my whole life. I mean, I started when I was a peewee, and I would say in some ways this sport has saved my life. What I mean by that is I started playing around the time my parents got divorced. And I didn't have much. I wasn't great in school. I had a lot of pain from the divorce of losing my dad. That's how it felt to me. And I started playing this game, and it's been a place of camaraderie, a place where I've been able to just have tremendous fun. And I continue to play, and the camaraderie with the guys is equal to the sport itself.
You know, the whole purpose of the tournament is to promote hockey. We draw teams from as far away as Minnesota, Canada, New Jersey, Virginia, Massachusetts. Same guys keep coming back, keep finding new teams to fill in. It's just been it's probably one of the most popular senior hockey tournaments on the East Coast.
Keeps me in shape. High blood pressure, you got to get out, get the activity.
It's nice playing with everybody about your own age instead of going on and facing a bunch of college kids at home and they're all over the place on you. So it's nice, it's competitive, we have good friends, we go for beers afterwards. So it's a friendship thing in addition to playing. I've made a lot of good friends, and in fact, I meet people from all over the country. We talk, and they invite you to come on down and play with them, and so it's good. I made some great friends in different cities.
What is that? It goes on your hockey glove. I should mention, one of our primary benefactors is the Connecticut Storm, which is a program for kids that have physical disabilities, and so and that's very parental coordination. They have mentors for each of the kids on the ice, and they're skating with them, and it's really a great program.
These are the good times. For more info, go to OperationGraduation.com.
When I was 6, I had one thing on my mind. When I was 6, my days were spent playing basketball every chance I could. When I was 6, my dream was to make it to the NBA. When I was 6, my mom had a stroke.
I'm Paul George, and I want you to learn the signs of a stroke fast. F-A-S-T.
F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911. Because the sooner they get to the hospital, the sooner they'll get treatment. And that can make a remarkable difference in their recovery.
Protect the ones you love.
Spot a stroke. F-A-S-T. Fast.
My gosh, Coach Lynn, we are so excited. So we are building a store, literally almost brick by brick. We have opened up a new section of our office to house clothing for men. But in addition to actually housing the clothing, we're going to be teaching them retail skills. So when they come in here, it's not just a handout, but it's an opportunity to learn customer service, to learn merchandising, to learn display, and all the things that go into actually running a business.
It's really a pleasure for me to participate in this, to help men to be able to acquire something that they might not be able to acquire in order to help them meet some of their goals.
I love it. I love it. You know, I was talking to a guy the other day, and he said that, you know, even if we can't pay him, if we let him volunteer in one of our centers, then maybe that can encourage him to do better. So those kinds of things, coupled with good clothing, for job opportunities, it makes it all better. You know, people just feel good about themselves when they look good. So this helps in that regard. And I'm gonna find a few suits in my wardrobe to bring over to add to the collection.
I'm looking to give my insight and my expertise to assist men who may not otherwise have the input available to them to be on the road. It's very important for many types of work, depending upon the type of work the men are looking for. Presumably, the men who are coming to look for suits and ties are looking for work that encompasses that type of dress. And hopefully, we'll be able to put together ensemble for them so they can feel good when they go out for interviews, or if they do have jobs, they're able to move forward and not feel self-conscious.
Don't give up. I would say don't give up. There are folks here like UIH Family Partners who really want to help you to realize your dreams, even when you feel like, you know, there's nothing else out there for you.
No more boys will be boys.
No more, what's the big deal?
No more, it's just the way he is.
No more, he just has a temper.
No more, but he's such a nice guy.
No more, but he has such a bright future.
No more, not my problem.
No more, I'll say something next time.
No more, why didn't she tell anyone?
No more, why doesn't she just leave? No more, I'm sure they'll work it out.
No more, she seems fine to me.
No more, what was she wearing? No more, she was drunk.
No more, he was drunk.
No more, she was asking for it.
No more, she never said no.
No more, not in this family.
No more, not on this team.
No more, we don't talk about that.
No more bystanding.
No more ignorance.
No more excuses.
No more.
levitating in the waves of water.
Hello, everybody. Here's the world's most famous asthma rock band, the Breathe Easies, with their hit song about how secondhand smoke can cause asthma attacks. Let's hear it.
Don't smoke in the house. Don't smoke in the house. Don't smoke around the kids in the house. Don't smoke in the car. Don't smoke in the house. Don't break my heart with your secondhand smoke in the kids and can trigger the asthma. Don't smoke in the house. Don't smoke in the car. Don't smoke in the house.
Preventing asthma attacks can be as simple as making your home a smoke-free zone. For more easy tips to stop asthma attacks, go to noattacks.org.
You pay court-mandated child support when you work?
I do not pay court-mandated child support. I pay voluntarily. Voluntarily, yes, I do.
I think the court already has too much involvement in marital situations as it is. As far as how much a man should pay, I think all men should be responsible and they should know what they have to do as men to take care of their families, whether they're there or not.
Do you plan on getting married in the future?
Eventually, when I find a person I feel that I could trust enough to go into, actually I call it really a business partnership, because that's what it is. At the end of the day, you got to sign that contract.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Play your part in the circle of life. Take time to be a dad today. Visit fatherhood.gov to learn more.
Baseball, like all other sports, requires fathers to teach some basic skills to their children before we get to the mechanics. The three keys are, number one, faith. Faith in yourself and your team. Teach your children to believe in their abilities. Teamwork. There is no I in team. Fathers, teach your children that to be a part of a winning team, a championship squad, is because they are willing to do whatever is necessary for the team to win, whether that be water boy, third base, pitcher, you name it, they're gonna do it. Good sportsmanship. Fathers, teach your children that to be a good sportsman is what makes a champion. Whether you win or lose, that really doesn't matter. It's really how you play the game. And if you show the humbleness and the respect for the game, not only will you be revered by the other teams, but you'll also be feared. I can guarantee if you put all those three things together and practice, you will be one of the greatest baseball players that have ever lived. Last but not least, on this team, on any team, dads, it's a must that our children have to have good grades in school in order to play on the ball field. This is a privilege, not a right. And father, if you go ahead and push that and let your children know that if you want to play, you got to get good grades. And I'm talking about A's and B's. I really don't like C's because that means you're average. And none of our children are average, are they not? So make sure you stress that, dads. When you're playing baseball, you have to master three mechanics, particularly after years of practice. First and foremost is catching the ball. Catching the ball, you're gonna do it in the palm of the mitt, close to where the net is, not near the top. You wanna catch it right in that mitt. That's what your glove is there for. Second, throwing the ball. And throwing the ball, you wanna have a nice rhythm and a follow through. That's the key. Making sure that when you're following through, that the ball will go exactly where your hand is directing it. So you always want to have the same motion at all times. Third, batting the ball. Batting the ball has some techniques, particularly with your stance, making sure that you've got a good base, and you being able to have a nice follow through on the ball. Each stroke, each time you bat, you're going to follow through the same way every time. And last but not least, keeping your eye on the ball. This is the key. Everywhere this ball goes, ergo your eyes go. You're not watching the crowd, you're not watching the other players, you're just keeping an eye on that ball. If you do that, you'll be able to catch that ball no matter where it goes, and you'll be a star on the field. As we close up this practice, I want to make this clear. Fathers, it's non-negotiable. You are to attend your children's games. There's nothing better than when a father is in the stands cheering their children on to victory. No matter what the score is at the end of the day, you promote and support your children and let them know they're still winners. If you do that, your children will have success, not only on the ball field, but in life.
Oh, those boys are much too much. Those boys are much too much. We got the spirit. We're hot. We can't be stopped. We got the spirit. We're hot. We can't be stopped. We're going to beat them and bust them. Beat them.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life.
Let's get a little bit rowdy. R-O-W-D-Y.
Take time to be a dad
One more
today.
time. Oh, those boys are much too much. Those boys.
What's your emergency?
Hi. I'm at the reporter murder.
Sir? Where are you?
386 Warren Street, apartment 2R. Do you want the zip code?
Sometimes all it takes to be a dad is remembering how to be a kid again. Take time to be a dad today.
Best educational program.
I need to see who's real about this. Well, my friends, that's it for another exciting episode of Dare to Dream. Oh, I hope you enjoyed that one. I'm your host, Coach Lynn, urging you to love your kids. Hug them. Kiss them 1,000 times, And don't forget, I dare you. Ooh, I double dare you to start dreaming. God bless.